My feet shuffle on sand, our hips sway in the wind. Life is but a grain, for eternity waits for no one. We steal a second or two, slowly sinking with the sun. You inhaling my poetry, me exhaling my lonely author blues. Hola everyone, this is Drew the Lonely Author. That was my new hit single, The Lonely Author Blues. YouTube made me take down the other song that I was using for a while, and I replaced it with this one. They can't take that one down because I have all copyrights to it. Welcome aboard. I hope you're doing great. As promised, I'm going to do the poem of the day. Today's poem first appeared on my blog in June of 2019. The title is Your Name. Your name is gently tucked between the wrinkles of my voice, where it reverberates with unspoken affections like a desperate song of love. I hope you like my poem of the day. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about this whole idea of a YouTube channel. Any thoughts that you share are appreciated. I have a guest speaker today, and that has me very excited. This is going to be the first time that I do have a guest. I also have one lined up for Thursday. Her name is Fiery. Her blog is Your Fiery, and it's really interesting. I'm going to try and put a link to her blog. She does all type of writing, but she's going to tell you that herself. We are great friends, and we're always teasing each other, so I expect you to hear a lot of humor from her. So let me introduce my good friend and smoking poet. And by smoking poet, well, you'll figure it out. Fiery. One other thing, Fiery's going to be reading two poems today, one of hers and one of mine. So here's Fiery.
Hey everyone, wow. What a glowing intro I just got. No idea what he said, but I can only assume that it was sweet and charming and all true and probably funny. I want to say sexy, but I feel like he might hold that back and like unleash it at a later date. So thank you, Andrew, for the glowing introduction. I'm so happy to be here. My name is Fiery. I do have a real name, obviously, but air of mystery. And I like it. I think it's the real me. And thank you for having me as your guest on your channel, your first guest. I'm so honored. I'm so honored. But also, I mean, come on. I'm like delightful. Why wouldn't you have me as your first guest? I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy that you've got this channel of following your passion, and I'm I'm just beaming for you, and you've experienced a lot this year, and I'm so proud of you, and I know what you've been through, and you've come out the other side of it, and you're just like like glowing and happy, and I love it, and you're just following, that magnetic pull inside you, and you always follow that because that just means you're on the right path. So I can wish you nothing but the best, which you're already going to get. You're already going to get the best because you've opened yourself up, and you're giving the space for people to express themselves, and that is infinitely, infinitely valuable to you and to any other soul. And so just amazing, honey, amazing. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to read some poetry. So yeah, today I'm a poet. Um, Also, I am Andrew's best friend. I know, like we're 12-year-olds or something, but yeah, we are. He is. He is. And I know he feels the same way. And, he knows everything about me, all my little, everything's, all my little secrets, all just, it's so amazing to have someone like that. I'm very lucky to have a friend like you. And I just think that the fact that we kind of met through poetry is a little bit magical. It's a little bit magical. And it's a little bit beautiful that it's all coming together here. And I I love to write poetry. I love it. Um, It's for me, it's like a gift. I've always said it's a gift. I don't really know where it comes from. I get into like this flow state. You can come along and read my stuff. I'm assuming Mr. I have my own YouTube channel is gonna put the link in the description. So please come along if you want to feel some tingles. I write about love a lot, about the soul. I write about the stars and the moon. I write funny stuff. I write cheeky stuff. I write naughty stuff. Sometimes I write filthy, filthy stuff. So come along and have a read if you want to. Um, so Andrew, yes, I don't call him Drew. Drew, the lonely author. Was that a good impression? God, I'm so sorry. No, I'm not sorry. That was funny. I may get into trouble for it, but I'm good with that. I'm fine. So, what are we going to do? Yes, we're going to read some poetry, you guys. We're going to share our soul tingles and clinking sounds of harmonic resonance when you hear all the right words, you know? So, I hope you enjoy. Um, Gosh, congratulations, honey. Congratulations again. I've told you how proud I am of you and how amazing I think this is. And it's just going to bloom and blossom and flourish. You know that. So, let's get into some poetry, you guys. Let's do it. Let's read some poetry, yo. Yeah, I'm definitely not street at all. Um, I'm going to read one poem of Andrew's, one poem of mine. I'll give you a little bit of background on each one, kind of, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope your ears are massaged with wondrous, magical wisps of poetry that are just going to stay there and make you feel good all day. Yeah, moving on. Let's launch into it. Let's launch into some poems, you guys.
So, Fari, what are you going to do first? My poem, or are you going to start off with yours?
So the first poem is my poem. It's called A Lonely Kind of Beautiful. Is it a coincidence that the word lonely is in the poem? No, no, it's not, because he actually came up with it. How hilarious that the first guest poem he has on his channel, the title was written by him. I don't know what else could possibly stroke his ego more than that. So you're welcome for the stroking, darling. You're welcome. But yes, um, stroking is a funny word. Okay, so it's called A Lonely Kind of Beautiful. How did it come up? We were just talking. We were just talking one day, and we were talking about different situations in love and relationships, and stuff you talk about. And he described something as a lonely kind of beautiful, and I thought, yeah, f me, that's gorgeous. I'm writing a poem about that, and I did, and it appeared the next day, and here it is. I really hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it. It's one of my favorite of my poems. Here we go. A lonely kind of beautiful. A thirsty kind of quenching kiss. A missing piece I deeply miss. A lucid kind of cloudy thought. Defeated victory I fought. A silent kind of loudest cry. A scalding tear that froze my lie. A broken clock that ticks my days. And how? Oh, let me count the ways. A sour taste, a sweetest need. A starving plate of hungry greed. An opportunity to knock upon an open, bound, chained lock. A sultry word that drips from lips, with softest tongue my soul taste sips. A melancholy, vibrant song, you whispered loudly, right, so wrong. A love unspoken, yet declared, a heart well hidden, soul I've bared. A champagne touch, my glass half full, a lonely kind of beautiful. So, I hope you liked that. I hope you liked that. Oh, I'm all like tingly and shaky now. Okay, there you go, Andrew. I hope you liked it, honey. On to the next one.
Fiery, I remember that day that we were talking, we were chatting, and I said that alone kind of beautiful. It's a wonderful thing when a conversation could trigger a poem like that. It was very beautiful, very beautiful. Okay, and now for the second poem. I'm very curious to see which one you selected of my works. I know there's several of mine that you really love, so I can't wait to find out which one it is.
Now, the second poem is Andrew's poem, and I've got some fun facts about this one. Um, first of all, it's called Our Little Secret, and he wrote it. I think it was a couple of years ago as well. I think it was around the same time as A Lonely Kind of Beautiful. I'd have to double check the factoids there, the nerdy facts, but yeah, I think so. And okay, fact number one about this poem: it is my number one favorite poem of Andrew's that he's ever written, ever. I can't really explain it. It's something about, it's just like a resonance that just does something. When you read something and it's just like, yeah, this is the thing. This is the thing that makes me feel something. All his poetry makes me feel things. That goes without saying. But this is a bit special. So that's the one factoid. Not really an amazing fact, but there you go. Fact number two is I know this poem off by heart. Why do I know it off by heart? Good question. It's it kind of stuck in my head from the first few times I read it all those years ago. So I know it off by heart, which is nuts. I love it. And the third little factoid about this poem is he actually loves it too. Andrew likes it as well. I don't know if it's his favourite one. It might be. I don't know. But we've spoken about it, and we've sort of said how it's quite innocently romantic, or it's got romantic innocence, something like that. But he's never been able to recreate this. Not the vibe of it, not the mood of it. He's never done it. He's never managed to do it again, which I think is makes it more magical. So there are the little facts. I'm going to get straight into it because it's gorgeous. Okay, so here we go. Our little secret. My love, everyone wants to know our little secret. Can't they see you live in my poetry? For every beautiful word, every little inflection is an alluring reflection of you. For I never seek inspiration from the birds or bees or classic Greek tragedies. This poet writes by inclination. Don't tell anyone of this little revelation. There's no denying that it's true. Our little secret. My heart beats metaphors just for you. Isn't that amazing? Oh my gosh. Oh wow. Brilliant. I just love it. I love it. Oh, thank you for inviting me to read one of your poems, honey. Thank you. Another little fact about that one. That last line, my heart beats metaphors just for you, is my favorite line of poetry he's ever written. Ever. It's gorgeous. Oh God, it's like I just ran around reading the poem or something. It got me all out of breath and like heartbeaty, you know? Okay, so that was poem number two. I hope you enjoyed it. One more fun little thing coming up next.
You know, that was a bit strange for me. I've never had anyone else read my work like that out loud, so this was like a very new experience. It's kind of weird. It was beautiful, it was weird, and I don't know how to explain it. It really touched me. Thank you. This was a new experience for me, so I really appreciate it. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Okay, so I thought, how fun would it be to end with some questions for the lonely author? Because I know everyone's always bursting with questions for him and want to know stuff, don't they? And I feel like I know him very well, and I feel like I know like the vibe and the zeitgeist of his followers and what they want. So I think I've nailed it with three questions here. Yes, I said nailed it. Get over it. Right. Question number one: bum bums or boobies? Which do you prefer? Question number two: Would you rather, and this is a good question, this has got to be in the top 3 questions ever needed to be asked. Would you rather you immediately become the owner, manager, coach, flipping el patron, the don of the New York Yankees, or you immediately see the love of your life before you, you spend forever with her, but the Yankees never win anything, ever, not in your lifetime, like ever. You choose. And finally, my favourite question. What is it, Mr. Lonely Author, about a woman when you're with her, not her looks, that you see in her and you go, yes, that thing about you, I love it. It's so perfect. What is that thing? And I think I've nailed it with the questions, you guys. So enjoy the answers. Thank you for having me, honey. Thank you so much for having me. I wish you nothing but the best. I wish you all the love in the world. You're amazing, and things, all good things, will be magnetically drawn to you as of now. You and your soul tribe, all of us here who are all seeking the same vibes. Thank you for helping us gather here. Much love, and always, always be in love and light. Speak to you later.
Ha! I should have known you weren't going to go away so easily. So, question number 1, bum bums or boobies? I think that's the term that you used. This is so difficult. You made it so hard. You didn't even give me the option of legs. I mean, I'm a leg man too because I like to see women in hosiery, so you've made this very difficult. I wouldn't be able to choose between the two. This is so hard. I mean, really, I can't. I think if you would have included legs in it and it would have been an option between the three, I would have chosen legs. But you left me with no choice, and I guess I'll have to choose boobies. You know what? But a woman's butt when she's walking away, oh my God, it's unbelievable. So, can we just say it's a very close tie, even though I think all ties are very close? Now, for me, question number 2 is a no-brainer. The Yankees never win it again, and I find true love. I'll take the true love every time. Finding a love mate is hard enough. Nowadays, I think it's even harder. So I'll take the true love. And your third question, I think, was other than looks, what do I look for in a woman, or what I am attracted to in a woman? I think for me, it's very important that the person has a sense of humor and creativity. I'm silly and playful, so I would need somebody who's a little bit there, at least, where she could laugh at my silliness. But the creativity is important. I want a person who gets inspired the way I do. A person who wants to hold hands or kiss underneath the sun, a sunset or a rainbow. Someone who could appreciate beautiful music, beautiful paintings, things like that. Photography. But it's someone who loves creativity. So if she was a writer or a poet who would understand me better, I think that would be bliss. It would be just so perfect for me. I think a woman who writes poetry or at least appreciates it would be very interesting to me. So there's the 3 answers. I would like to thank Fiery for appearing here today or reciting her poetry and mine. It was a thrill for me. I was happy to have my first guest on. I have plenty more lined up. I hope everyone stay tuned. I hope the content is interesting enough for you to follow me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think. I appreciate all the input you give me. Thank you. This is your Beach Boy signing off. I hope your days are full of sunshine and smiles. Please remember, let love be the answer to all your questions and all your problems. Until next time.